Here we're looking at the hourly chart for pound US, and working from the right hand side backwards, what I see is, well, first of all, there's a high, there's a low, and there's a lower high. And when price breaks that interim low in the downwards direction, we have a proper depiction of bearish market flow. The bare minimum of a progression of lower lows and highs. I call this kind of a reversal from a top a bearish reversal wave, but it doesn't matter what you call it, it's the form that matters. So again, we've got a reversal candle, a leg down, a retracement against it to a lower high, price breaks the interim low here. Okay. Now, another thing that we can do to confirm market flow, like I say, is to outline the correction itself, or each of them in iteration. And so I've got a DeMark style trend line with this low here, the first green arrow. It's not a prominent rejection wick, but it'll do right where I'm drawing the second green arrow. And in fact, we get a trend line break here. Even though there's a little bit of choppiness that follows, it's the early warning sign that the correction is done and price might be turning over. Now, as long as the trend or market flow remains down, we should see subsequent breaks of corrective trend lines. And I'm going to try to capture one here. So now we're looking at this interim low, which is a lower low. And I'm going to draw a DeMark style trend line here. I'm going to apply an extension. And I'm going to look for evidence of either the retracement heading higher above the rising support trend line or breaking down and through it. That will be one more clue that I'm dealing with bearish market flow. And there we have it. There's a down bar. What happens next? Price goes sideways for a bit and then eventually resolves lower. The reason why we had a fairly muted case of price action here is that there was a non-farm payrolls report on this particular day, and it's not uncommon to see pretty reduced volatility ahead of an event like that. So this wasn't a perfect trend line break, but it was instructive. And so when we can combine breaks of corrective trend lines with a progression of lower lows and highs for a downtrend or higher highs and lows for an uptrend, the whole technical picture just becomes that much more obvious and apparent to us. What is the directional bias? Well, we're only looking to go long as a counter trend scalp if interested. If looking for a trend trade, we're looking for a break of a rising support trend line in the downtrend as we see here on this chart illustration for pound US.